Do you have a vision burning in your heart? Well, maybe it's a dream to grow your ministry, plant a church, or launch an outreach that changes lives. Well, here's a question. How do you find the right people and the resources to make that vision real? Do you ever feel stuck, wondering where is the help going to come from? Well, if that's you, you're in the right place today. Well, welcome to this week's episode of the podcast. I'm Dale Sism, and I have the incredible privilege of leading Harvest Network. It's a community of Christian leaders and churches that are passionate about seeing God's vision come to life. And so whether you're pastoring a church or you're planting a new one or carrying a ministry vision that God has placed on your heart, I want you to hear this. You don't have to do it alone. And at Harvest Network, we're all about walking alongside leaders, not just to cheer you on, but to connect with you with the right people and the tools that you need to bring your God-given vision to reality. You see, leadership is a journey. And whether you're just starting out or maybe you've been at it for years, you know that lasting impact comes through relationships and collaboration and leaning on God and others. So let's dive into the big question today. How do you find the people and the resources needed to fulfill your vision? See, every vision from God is bigger than you, and that's on purpose. Because God doesn't give us dreams that we can accomplish alone. He invites us to partner with Him and with others to do something eternal. Think about Moses. God spoke to him through a burning bush, but when it was time to face Pharaoh, God sent Aaron to speak for him. Or Nehemiah. Nehemiah had a heart to build Jerusalem's walls, but it was King Artaxerxes who supplied the timber and the letters and the protection to get it done. And so by the end of this episode, you'll walk away with practical steps to clarify your vision, to find the right people and secure the right resources, and to trust God through it all. So, hey, let's get started. Number one is this. Clarify the vision first. Before you start looking for people or chasing resources, you've got to get crystal clear on your vision. Why is that? Because a fuzzy vision leads to mismatched partnerships and wasted effort. I've seen way too many leaders jump straight into recruiting a team or fundraising, or only to realize that they weren't sure what they were building. Proverbs 16:9 says that a man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. See, our plans start with God's direction. So here's the challenge. Can you write your vision in one clear sentence? If you can't say it simply, it's going to be hard for others to catch it and run with it. So try this. Grab a notebook. Ask yourself these three questions. First, what exactly has God called me to do? Is it starting youth ministry, planting a church? Or second, who's this vision meant to serve? Is it meant to serve families or young adults, a specific community? And third, what would success look like in 3 to 5 years? Maybe it's to have 50 people gathered, or having a building secured, or planning a second church, or seeing lives transformed. Clarity attracts clarity. And when you know where you're going, the right people and resources will start to line up. Secondly is this. Identify the people that God is already sending. See, here's something I've learned. Sometimes we're so focused on what we don't have that we miss who's already around us. See, God often sends the right people before we even realize it. I think of David in the Bible. He didn't go out recruiting a dream team, and while he was hiding in a cave, a ragtag group of discouraged and indebted and discontent men showed up. They didn't look like very much, but they became his mighty men. They became his fiercest allies. So take a second and look around you. Who keeps showing up in your life? Maybe it's that volunteer who's always asking questions about your vision. Or it's someone with the skills that complement your weaknesses. Maybe it's a person that just lights up when you talk about the future. Those are clues. See, God's already sending people your way, and you just have to notice them. So don't write them off because they're not perfect yet. But God loves to develop people in the process, and that includes your future team. Thirdly, build a team with the right heart, not just the right talent. When you're building a team, it's tempting to chase after the most talented people, the ones with the shiny resumes or the perfect skill set. But let me tell you this. Heart matters more than talent. And Jesus didn't just pick the most educated religious leaders to be his disciples. He chose a fisherman, a tax collector, even a zealot. Why was that? Because they had willing hearts and teachable spirits. And when you're looking for your team, prioritize these three things. Are they faithful? Do they show up and follow through? Are they available? Do they have room in their life to invest? And are they teachable? Are they open to growing and learning? I always say, give me someone with a hungry heart and a willing spirit, and man, we can build something amazing together. Because I know a team aligned in heart will outlast a team that's just gifted. Culture will eat strategy for breakfast. And a healthy culture starts with people who love the vision as much as you do. Number 4, be bold in asking for resources. So let's talk about asking for help. I know. No one likes to do that. And some of us cringe at the thought, especially when it comes to money or asking for space or tools or resources. But here's the truth. Vision requires provision. Nehemiah didn't just cry over Jerusalem's broken walls. He prayed, he fasted, and then he marched right up to the king and he asked for specific resources. I need timber, I need letters, I need protection. And God moved the king's heart to say yes. James 4:2 says, you have not because you ask not. So don't be shy about it. Ask boldly. But here's the key. Be specific. Instead of just saying generically, oh, we need help, try this. We need $5,000 to launch our new outreach program. Or we're looking for a worship leader to serve one Sunday a month. Or we need a graphic designer to create a logo. You see, when you're clear about what you need, people can step up with confidence. They'll know exactly how they can help. And don't let fear hold you back, but ask and watch God to move. Number 5 is this. Steward well what you already have. See, before God gives you more, he often looks at how you're handling what you already have. Think about the boy with the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. It wasn't much, but what he offered to Jesus in faith fed thousands. See, what's in your hand right now? Maybe it's just a handful of faithful volunteers or even a small budget. Or it's access to a building one day a week. Whatever it is, use it. Maximize it. Be faithful with it. And here's a practical step. Take an inventory. Write down these 3 things. What people do I already have? Maybe it's a core team or a mentor. Number 2, what finances are in our account? Even if it's small, it's a start. And thirdly, what doors are already open? Maybe it's a connection or it's an opportunity you haven't fully explored. See, don't wait for more to get moving. Start stewarding what you have, and God will entrust you with what is next. Number 6 is this, most important. Trust God to fill in the gaps. See, here's the bottom line. Fulfilling a God-given vision takes faith. If you could do it all on your own, it wouldn't be a God-sized dream. I love 2 Corinthians 9:8 that says, and God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you'll abound in every good work. And that's a promise. God is never late, he's never short, he's never uncertain. And sometimes he waits until you take that very first step of obedience before the provision shows up. I remember early in my ministry when I felt God nudging me to start a new church. I had no idea where the money or the people would come from. But I took a step and I made a plan and I started small. And you know what? God brought the people and the resources right when we needed them. And if he gave you the vision, he'll provide what you need. So trust him to fill in the gaps. Okay, so let's wrap up this. Here's what we've covered today. Number 1, clarify your vision. Get it down to one clear sentence. Number 2, look for people God is already sending. In fact, they're probably closer than you already think. Number 3, build your team around heart, not just talent. Number 4, ask boldly and specifically for the resources that you need. Number 5, steward well what you already have. And lastly, number 6, trust God to fill in the gaps. See, you don't have to chase your vision alone. God is bringing the right people and the provision at the right time. So here's your action step this week. Make a list of 3 people to connect with and 3 resources to pursue what you can move forward with. And if you're looking for encouragement or partnership, I know at Harvest Network, we're here for you, and we believe in your vision, and we believe in the God who gave it to you. Well, if this episode has spoken to you, hit that subscribe button and share it with a friend who might just need a little push. And until next time, lead with vision, lead with faith, lead with others, and I'll see you on the next episode. God bless.